All right, so in the last video, I clearly said this would be a two-part series, but y'all know Mrs. E loves to talk. So here we are, finishing up with question number 10. What effect does the opening sentence have on President Abraham Lincoln's speech? Now, of course, the most famous speech delivered by President Abraham Lincoln was his Gettysburg Address, delivered during the Civil War, of course, after the Battle of Gettysburg, which was an incredibly brutal battle in which many lives were lost on both sides. Here he is speaking at a dedication ceremony of this particular battleground. Let's look specifically at those two opening lines, which are sort of blazed into our nation's literary history. Here he says, 467 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now, the fathers, of course, that he's referencing are our founding fathers, the ones that we have been studying and reading about. He's saying that these founders of our new nation, they created a country that was conceived. Conceived means born from. So from the very beginning of our nation, we were born from a commitment to freedom. We were dedicated to the idea that all men are created equal. Now, we want to ask ourselves, why would he choose to begin his speech, which of course was taking place in 1863, during our nation's great civil war, predominantly fought over the issue of slavery? Why would he go back to the founding fathers? Well, of course, the most logical reason is he's trying to draw our attention back to where our country began, right? He's saying, look, we're not just now fighting for a concept of equality. This isn't new. This is a commitment that we made at the very beginning of our nation. And this awful, awful bloody war is a continuation of that battle for freedom. We are simply trying to see this true, to stay the course of where our nation began. All right. And in that way, he's really trying to strengthen support for a war that just drug on and on and on. He wants to remind his audience, why are we doing this? It's not because I, Abraham Lincoln, asked you to. It's because this is what we committed ourselves to so many years ago when we just started off. All right, everybody, thank you so much for your attention in these videos. I hope you found them helpful and that you can continue to draw upon these skills as we move forward in Unit 1 and continue to apply these close reading skills.